The sanctuary city can sit by and watch their communities get ravaged by illegal aliens. They can watch young women get raped and murdered. Trump administration is not going to stand for that. So look, they can stand by and watch. And the Trump administration will secure their communities. The Trump administration will drive down illegal and crime in this country. If they don't do it, we'll do it for them. But they can't. They can sit aside and watch, but they can't cross that line. When they cross the line of harboring concealment, that's a felony. And we got Pam Bondi now who won't hesitate to take action. They can't impede in our enforcement efforts to make this country safe again. That's a felony.
And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, people. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us keep bringing you this content. Now, y'all remember Boston Mayor Wu? Y'all remember her? If you don't, take a look at this quick back and forth with her and Byron Donalds from Florida, and you may remember who she is after this back and forth.
City well, Mayor Adams, how much did the city of New York actually spend on illegal immigration?
$6.9 billion of taxpayers.
$6.9 billion of taxpayer money on a problem that was fostered on the American people. Mayor Wu, in the city of Boston, how much did you spend?
We don't ask about immigration status and delivering city
You don't
services,
ask
so
about how much money the city of Boston has spent on illegal immigration? Are you out of your mind?
We don't distinguish between immigration status.
Do you manage your budget or not, Mayor Wu?
That is how we keep our
Mayor
city
Wu,
safe.
do you manage your budget or
We have the
not?
numbers to prove it. I manage my budget. I have a AAA bond rating dating back 10 years.
So to the city of Boston,
budget.
just understand that your mayor does not care how much of your resources she has spent on people who are not citizens
The city of Boston
Boston.
is sick of having people outside Boston telling us what we need.
Now, it has come to light, y'all, that a fundraiser behind her 2021 campaign has ties to the CCP. And if you don't know what that is the Communist Party in China. Okay, so let's take a look. A fundraising organizer responsible for contributing hundreds of thousands of dollars to Boston Mayor Michelle Wu's 2021 mayoral campaign has ties to the Chinese Communist Party. Gary Yu is the co-chairman of the New England Chinese American Alliance. That group helped raise $300,000 for Wu's mayoral campaign in 2021. Yu is also listed under another name as a member of the United Front Work Department, an intelligence division of the CCP. The scoop was first reported by the Daily Caller. Mayor Wu's office did not respond to a request for comment from the National News Desk about the findings. The House Select Committee on the CCP in 2023 described United Front as being especially adept at altering the political landscapes of other countries to its benefit. Now, y'all might say, okay, now maybe you are not that familiar with Mayor Wu. Let me show you a quick back and forth to give you maybe some of her more controversial takes and her more controversial ideas. I mean, she is the mayor of Boston, y'all. So she is actively steering that city's public policy. Take a look at this.
What do you say to the people who in your constituency who might feel like, hey, why are we doing this? What's the big deal with this sanctuary city thing? If people are illegally in the country, shouldn't we arrest them and get rid of them? What is the big deal?
Yeah, we are. Again, we're the safest city because we're safe for everyone. In a community where over a quarter of your residents were born in another country, if people are afraid to drop their kids off at school or call 911 when they need help or share information when they actually have information to report about a crime that happened, that makes everyone less safe, whether or not you are an immigrant, whether or not you're here in this country 6 generations or just arrived. So we're really focused on being that home for everyone, and it's worked. And so all of the buzz around, whether these kinds of cities that are more welcoming for immigrants are more dangerous, it's about a false narrative that immigrants are somehow more likely to commit crimes or cause harm, and that is just simply not true. We know that in our city, where our immigrant communities are entrepreneurs, are holding up the best hospitals in the country, the universities and jobs that we all rely on. And in order to make sure that we can keep that progress going, everyone has to feel part of it.
And we continue. United Front work is a unique blend of engagement, influence activities, and intelligence operations that the CCP uses to shape its political environment, including to influence other countries' policy toward China and to gain access to advanced foreign technology. Mayor Wu was among the leaders of 4 sanctuary cities who testified before Congress last month. She accused President Trump of sparking widespread fear through his mass deportation immigration policies. Quote, "I spoke with pastors whose pews are half empty on Sundays, doctors whose patients are missing appointments, teachers whose students are missing class," she said. "A city that's scared is not a city that's safe." Now you have to wonder who's talking, y'all. I mean, $300,000 is a lot of money. Is that what Wu believes, or is that what maybe some people who are out there that are giving her money believes? Maybe it's both. I don't know. I'm just raising this as a question. You know who will probably be interested to hear this? Tom Homan. Y'all know him, the border czar. He did a press gaggle today, a little brief kind of back and forth with the press. Let's see what he has to say about Boston and about the other cities that are in a similar situation.
When we're going to do something?
Yeah, come to the microphone, please, sir. Step right up. There we go. Thank you.
Mr. Homan.
Roosevelt Hotel is not. It's on the table. Leave it at that. I'm certainly not going to forecast when we're going to do an operation on McCain.
Thank you, Mr. Homan. You're the immigration expert here. The president is now floating this idea of sending American prisoners to a prison in El Salvador. Do you believe that that would be legal?
You know, someone mentioned that to me this morning. I haven't yet talked to the president. I just got back in town yesterday, so I haven't had that conversation, what that conversation was about, where it come from. So I'm not going to comment on that until I speak to the president directly.
But do you know off the top of your head if that's legal? Or what would I mean, you have obviously worked in immigration under President Obama, now under President Trump. Do you believe that it would be legal to send Americans?
I don't know. Again, I didn't see it. I didn't hear it. I mentioned this morning. I don't know the context of the question was. I don't know the context of what response or what he meant by response. I'd be opining on something I really don't have the information on. I'll get briefed on it and I'll respond to you later about it, but I'm just unfamiliar with it.
Mr. Homan, does the administration expect that those migrants that have been sent to that prison in El Salvador will remain there?
You mean the terrorists that were removed?
Will they remain in that prison in El Salvador for the rest of their lives?
This administration will obey court orders, unlike the last administration. But if you ask me if I'm in favor of returning terrorists to the United States that are gang members that have murdered and raped young women in this country, no, I'm not in favor of that at all.
Mr. Homan,
increased border apprehensions by 95% since last March. Can you describe maybe some of the success behind these numbers?
Because I worked for the greatest president of my lifetime, Donald Trump. Trump 45 is successful, unprecedented. And we're even doing better this time. President Trump, I give him all the credit because he put executive actions in place day one. He re-implemented the policies that we proved were effective. Right now, as we speak today, because of President Trump, the men and women of ICE and the men and women of the Border Patrol who stand on that line every day, today we have the most secure border in the history of this nation. No one can argue that. The data's clear on that. I started in 1984. I've never seen the numbers this low. So again, the most secure border in the history of this nation, President Trump was able to do that in a matter of weeks, something that Biden administration didn't do in 4 years. Either wouldn't or couldn't, but we proved he didn't need legislation, didn't need all this other stuff that the last administration talked about. We needed a strong president who took America first and cared about American safety and securing that border. Securing the border at this level means we have a lot stronger national security because of the border.
Mr. Homan,
there are laws on the books that make it a criminal offense to shield or harbor illegal immigrants, like the sanctuary states city leaders have been doing. Do you think they should be prosecuted for the fullest extent of the law and possibly put in prison?
Absolutely. And hold tight on that one. Because it's coming. It's coming. I've been clear on that since day one. The sanctuary city can sit by and watch their communities get ravaged by illegal aliens. They can watch young women get raped and murdered. Trump administration is not going to stand for that. So look, they can stand by and watch. And the Trump administration will secure their communities. The Trump administration will drive down illegal and crime in this country. If they don't do it, we'll do it for them. But they can't. They can sit aside and watch, but they can't cross that line. When they cross the line of harboring concealment, that's a felony. And we got Pam Bondi now who won't hesitate to take action. When they can't impede in our enforcement efforts to make this country safe again, that's a felony. So President Trump's got his cabinet in place now. We got a strong AG. We got a strong Secretary of Homeland Security. We got a great group here. We got Steve Miller, one of the most brilliant men I ever worked with when it comes to border security and interior enforcement. You're going to see a lot of things happen next few months that people should expect. Many don't, but watch what comes in their future.
Mr. Holman, you got Democrats that are headed down to El Salvador. What's your message to them?
We're not going to change anything. We remove terrorists in this country. They're where they should be, and they want to knock it up. What y'all be doing, y'all be in sanctuary cities in this country, taking action against the Maryland father, the Maryland illegal alien, not a father. Maryland illegal alien was arrested in the country illegally, arrested for murder, and released to the public. And it took ICE to go find them. If the Democrats will spend some time in Boston, and in Los Angeles, and Portland, and Maryland, and go to these sanctuary cities, I don't care what party you're affiliated with, Republican, Democrat, Independent, we all should want secure communities. We all should want public safety to be number one on their agenda. I can't believe there's any Democrat politician who does not want public safety threats out of the community. Their number one responsibility is protection of the communities. But they'd rather go to El Salvador than fix the problem we just talked about in Maryland, fix the problem of Boston, fix the problem that just happened in Washington State. 2 illegal aliens tortured a woman, left her for dead by drilling on her to give her her money, access to ATM stuff, but they're going to go to El Salvador. Makes zero sense, and that just shows how out of touch of reality the Democratic Party is.
Mr. Holman, the deadline for Real ID is coming up next month.
So y'all let me know, what do y'all think? Do y'all think this $300,000 may have steered or influenced Wu's decision making as Boston mayor? I mean, that's a lot of money, 300 G's. You want to get something for that, don't you? Do you think China has an interest in our immigration policy? What do y'all think about that? Whatever you think, leave a comment down below. But before you do, please stop, hit the share button, share this video out. Y'all know I'm doing this from a hotel room. Do you know that I'm in I'm looking at my 2 daughters right now. Well, I have 3 over there. One, the baby, I can't see her. I got my wife beside me, okay? I'm doing this for y'all. Share the video out. Put in somebody's email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. Put them all in. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all, and we'll see you back in the next one.